XRP is still in the realm of all-time highs. It is going towards that region. We just got a daily close, which was a long wick to the downside. Now look at the volume and ask the question, what do you understand? 1. 2. Look at the price action and ask the question, what do you understand? So that's on a daily. Now step back on XRP 3-day chart. The price action still shows you the candle close was to the upside. Yeah, after 2017 region, you're now in this region. So in 7 years, this is kind of the push higher region. Now, if you do look at the total altcoin market, the total 3, this is exactly what you can understand. I mean, the picture I've drawn for you makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you had a fake out to the downside. Then you had a higher low formation. Now you broke the local swing high and you're putting in a new higher high, which kind of gives a lot of certainty, saying I'm trying to go back up. Now, a retest and a bounce of that local high, the swing high, gives you more confirmation that it would like to trend to the upside. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. As you can see here, when you get a bullish divergence, which is the price going lower, but the RSI says no, someone big just entered there, that usually shows you the price action is about to push to the upside. Fine. So that is a buy signal. What if it's the opposite? This is where the part of being disciplined comes into picture. If you're trading this asset, or if you have targets to scale out, always that should align with 3 things. 1, divergence, the negative divergence on a daily chart. The negative divergence on a daily chart is the first, but the negative divergence on a 3-day chart is the second. Again, the negative divergence on a weekly should be the third. If you don't consider all of this, go back in history and look at all these local top formations in XRP itself. This is same the daily chart. Now we are going back. Now this is 2021 April. What can you see? This is the local high formation. Yeah, you extend the trend line, you get somewhat something like this. Now, yes, it is true that initially it showed you a negative divergence with 1 candle, and then it swinged even further to the upside. Now, if you're scaling out, that's a good point to take another bit. Fine. But if you're entering there, what happens? That is a trap where they pull the market back to the downside. Now, go back. Look at all these cases. Put the line charts in and make sure you understand that. The price was pushing to the upside, but the RSI was not. Negative divergence. The price pushed down with the RSI. So what was that downside? It was a 36% downside. Fine. So if you are okay with such drops, it's cool, ride it. But if you're not, make well-informed decisions. Now, when you're here in the market, it also matters a lot to see a weekly negative divergence and look for what the monthly is doing. On a weekly, XRP is so bullish, guys. It's super bullish. Whenever you've seen such development of negative divergence, till that confirmation point, it used to go parabolic. I mean, it does go parabolic. You pick up last 10 years of XRP price action, and all that you can see is this. Yeah, you may form a negative divergence. Yeah, you may give the confirmation, but while you do that, historically on a weekly, this was the pop. That was a 15x pop. Now, say you're already halfway through it. The real moment starts here. So half of that big pop started in here, or we can argue that some of it is already done. Fine. So you come back here and you look at this. What do you think? It's about to do another 3 to 5x? I do think so. I think at least a 3x is possible. Towards a 5x is going to be interesting. Yeah. Now, look at the monthly. Does the XRP monthly show you that I'm slowing down? I really don't think so. What it shows you is a huge amount of volume coming in. But again, what's the trouble? If you had your buys in here and you're not scaling out when you're 5x, 10x, 15x, 20x, that's not being disciplined in the market. What if there is some kind of negative news and the market tanks? What if the negative divergence continues to form here and you see another drop? Yeah, it is still possible. Because when you zoom a little bit out, you can also put the argument that the local highs, swing highs, were still here, which is close to 1.7, 1.8, and we didn't actually come back there yet. Now, there are multiple times when you really don't come back to that support and you just continue further to the upside. That's why I'm stepping back from a daily to a 3-day chart. And it shows me, yeah, negative divergence is building up. Daily shows me, yeah, it is building up for sure. 3-day shows, yeah, there's a lot of sentiment towards it. Now, why am I saying that? This is a 3-day chart. Look at the price action and the volume. I mean, just compare it. You don't need a lot of words here. Look at that candle, which closed now on a 3-day. And look at its volume. There was a lot of buying volume which came up, but the price action didn't expand that much. Compare it with the previous candle. There was only a slight increase in buying volume, but the price action went way longer. It got extended. So compared to that, the buying strength is slow, or the selling strength and profit takers are entering. So if you are not taking profits, at least some of it, think about it. Someone else is doing it. Yes, those are traders, short-term guys, I don't know who, but they are doing it. Now step back on a weekly. You're watching that the weekly chart is arguing one thing for certainty. There's increase in buying volume. There is increase in the momentum. That goes hand in hand, which shows another 3 to 5x is there. Worst case scenario is what surprises us and what we should be prepared for. But the optimistic view should be there. When and if the negative divergence forms at your expected peak, you should be able to drop a 30-40%. Boom. That pulls your selling average to the upside. But if you don't, that's going to be confusing. And that is one of the reasons why we say follow the market. Don't put your thoughts into the market. Yeah, you can have your opinion, you can have your speculation, it's all good, it's all healthy, but follow the market. On the daily chart in here, you get to see total altcoin market didn't do something like XRP. Yeah, the RSI is still trending to the upside. Fine. But XRP's RSI is not doing that. Yeah. You compare two local tops and you see what I'm talking about. The price is going up and the RSI is following that. Now we step back on a 3-day. You kind of see, okay. On a 3-day, it kind of makes some sense to say we are developing some sort of negative divergence. Now, what did we just talk about? While you are developing negative divergence and you haven't confirmed it, there is a possibility that the price action may continue to do something like this. You see that line? It just got extended. Crazy, yeah? So that kind of a move can still appear at this position. That means the price action can extend $1.4, $1.5 just like that. Why? On the other end, the Bitcoin dominance is still fluctuating inside this pattern. That's been a month and it's a little bit boring, but until that break to the downside, you really don't have much as a spot holder. Yeah, all that you're waiting for is a break to the downside from this trend line. We got that. Now it is retesting it, and from the symmetrical pattern, if you break to the downside, I think the odds are tilted to that direction because you broke the long-term trend line. The entire 2023, the entire 2024, we trended above that. Now we are trending below that, getting rejected each time you check that. Yeah, you're testing that each time, getting rejected. Clean. Now, if you break this pattern, that should be a time where the crypto should go bombarding to the upside, because you kind of get to see a lot of these. I mean, that says a lot, which for me means the wave 3 or the current burst to the upside can be really bigger. But let me ask you this. How many times in the market have you seen sell the news event? I've seen that a lot of time. So if everyone and their brothers and sisters are anticipating that Trump is about to jump into the seat, he's going to get the power, and the price action is going to go sky high, usually doesn't work that way. It's speculation towards that day, and then he's in, the price corrects, sell the news. Yeah, we've seen those kind of things. So look through all of this. Yeah, I think he is talking sincerely about crypto space, which, I mean, the actions speak a lot. That kind of gives you an idea which direction it's actually going. That all matters a lot, which is good, which is great. US can print more money, buy more Bitcoin, crazy. What happens to the dollar? Yeah, again, the dollar value goes down, the Bitcoin value goes up. All of that stays in there. But can all of that happen in short-term scenario? I really don't think so, because on the other end, you also have these kind of things which are trying to use this time. Yeah. Now, in every market, you will get to see all of those. But understand the fundamentals of any project is what you should be rooting for. If the fundamentals looks like this and it actually goes sky high, ooh, that's somewhere you can literally be in. So, one, you should be looking at the fundamentals. Two, you should be looking at the market cycle of that asset. If that asset shows you it's in markup phase, don't go against it. Whereas if the asset shows you I'm forming a top like this, oh, now again, don't go against it. If it's in this phase, woo, you have a long way to go. But if it's not, be ready to take profits. With that being said, we'll just extend that into XRP to Bitcoin, XRP dominance, and all the others we talked about before. Look at the current structure. It's a weekly. I mean, that's important in my opinion, because it's starting to develop negative divergence. That's where the price gets extended. Yeah. So this kind of a pop would make a lot of sense for me. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what we have seen before. XRP going 5x up against Bitcoin, that kind of, dominates the market. So now look at XRP dominance itself. What can you understand from it? It's following the exact structure like XRP to Bitcoin, XRP to USD, and it makes a lot of sense when we understand the market. The entire market is not performing like payments, like XRP. Yeah, the dominance should go high. So who was dominant till this point? And what are we doing against it? Yeah, XRP to Ether. Look at all these years. Ether was dominating XRP from that 2018 time. And especially when we were about to break further to the upside, the bear market kicked in. Now, what are you doing? From 2024 mid, you were trending to the upside. Late 2024, you broke to the upside. Now we are trending high against Ether. And that breakout here, that talks volume. I mean, look at that. You're trending to the upside. You're bouncing each leg. If you do plot that, you understand the resistance is now a support. And you're literally doing the 1, 2, 3 kind of a wave. That kind of takes you to the new parabolic realm. Because when you put in the monthly, after 7 years, you're watching XRP taking the throne back against Ether. That is something to look for. Why? Because now you're back to the level of 2020 or even 2018. Yeah? That means Ether is getting smoked while XRP is going up. Why? That's a question you need to ask. You go into the Ether side of the equation. Look at the buying volume side of the equation. Now, I hope you understand that. That's on a monthly. Now, we go on a weekly and you do see this. Yeah. So, yes, the upside versus downside, assets versus asset, it's all important. And that's why I say to get all these breakdown, be a part of the Scientific Investor family, where you get to see all of these things, the bullish divergence, the bearish divergence, all that's happening in front of you. Yeah. So if you want to take part in that, use the link in the description below, jump in, join 1,500 plus members and ride this bull market to its top. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.